We have provided today an update on our neighbor islands. We started last week, as you know, with an Oʻahu update and provided the opportunity for our neighbor island complex area superintendents to complete their planning and conversation both yesterday and today. So public schools on Kauaʻi, Hawaii Island, and Maui County, with the exception of Molokai schools and Hana High and Elementary, are going to be doing a transition to full distance learning for the first 4 weeks of school for the 2020-21 school year. And they're talking about even looking at having distance learning for the entire quarter. And so they have time to work with their staff to really look at that rollout of distance learning. So for the first 4 weeks, we will see schools throughout the state across all of our islands doing 4 weeks of distance learning. Kauaʻi and Hawaii Island are following the same 3-phase plan for distance learning as Oʻahu schools. Maui County schools will have a similar plan, but there are some differences for the Hana, Lahainaluna, Lanai, Molokai complex area. Schools are going to provide in-person special education services, which is really important to keep reiterating for our families who may be worried that students who receive special ed services that are not successful in receiving those services via teleservices, which does work for some of our students, but for others, it's not an appropriate approach. Those students will be served on campus via their service providers and teachers. We're also going to have learning hubs for students who don't have internet access at home. We know one of the greatest impediments to distance learning was certainly ensuring training that our teachers have, but also ensuring that students have the tools at home to engage. And so while having a device at home is not our biggest impediment, our students either have devices at home or will have a loaner from the school, a loaner device from the school. Where we have the biggest challenge is ensuring that every child has internet access. And for those students who do not have internet access, they will be able to come to the school campus and be assigned a space to do distance learning from the school campus. We are working on procuring and working with state procurement to bring in additional MiFi hotspots. And as those become available, then students who are in the learning hub, because of the Wi-Fi challenge, will be able to get a MiFi hub and be able to go home and start working distance learning from home. So we will continue to support our students who lack internet access. During the transition period of the 4 weeks, school leaders will be assessing their plans for the rest of the quarter, and some of them are already talking about whether they should look at a quarter-long distance learning approach. I am encouraging them to come up with their plans, schools working within their complex, with the support of the complex area superintendent to make those recommendations as they move forward and see how the implementation process goes. I want to thank all of my complex area superintendents, Hilo Waikea, Kau Keao Pahoa Complex, Honoka'a Kealakehe, Kohala Konawaina Complex, Baldwin Kekaulike, Maui Complex, Hana Lahainaluna, Lanai, and Molokai Complex, and then Kapa'a, Kauaʻi, and Waimea Complex, Kauaʻi, Waimea. Those complex area superintendents have been working for several days now to come up with that plan that was released today.